is my first time doing this, so
This is my first time doing this, so
you guys can hear me.
first time doing this, so doing this, so
Let me know if you can hear me or not. This is all new. Y'all hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. First time doing this, and this is all new to me. There we go. Slide rack says loud and clear. All right. We are off and running. What is going on, everybody? I hope everybody had a good Christmas. No, you didn't eat too much like I did. Put on a little weight. Now we gotta work to get it back down. Got to get back into competition shape. Dwayne's here. Slide rack. Calvin. What's up, everybody? Hey, Nick. So I guess I'm going to start with something that happened locally here in Florida, and this setup is all going to change eventually. I know the camera isn't great. It's 720p. I know it's really crappy quality, but this is a work in progress. This whole studio here, but something that happened here locally, and there was a cleaning crew at the local zoo, the Naples Zoo, last night. And this guy is 26, supposed to be cleaning the bathrooms and everything. He jumped the fence and went next to the tiger enclosure. And he put his arm through, and the tiger bit his arm. And the police officers that responded, they tried to distract the tiger by banging on the fence, but what happened was they had to shoot the tiger, and that finally released the guy's arm. And the guy went to the local hospital. He's in stable condition now, but the tiger died. And it's been passing around my social media because it's local. It's here. I've been to the zoo before, and it sucks. It sucks for the animal, but people's stupidity. So just gosh, I wish people just did not do stupid things. It's unbelievable. It's really not that difficult to not be stupid, but people don't like that. So we got Nutty and Carlito. What's up, everybody? Anything we want to talk about tonight? I don't know. This is this is all new. So yeah, Dwayne. Oh, Dwayne, where are you from? If you saw it on the news, I wonder what kind of news you saw it on. It's my wife told me that they released the body cam footage of the police officer that had to shoot the tiger. I didn't watch it yet. I don't know if I will. It's kind of upsetting. Yeah, who would stick their arm into a tiger enclosure? It's pretty stupid. Oh, did it make the national news? Gotcha. Okay, Dwayne, North Florida. I'm probably going to be doing the Patriot game. Well, I'm like 99% sure I'm going to be doing the Patriot games over in Melbourne, Palm Bay County. And then they've got one in June in Holt. And not sure if I'm going to be able to do that because I've got the week off before and I've got the week off after. My wife wanted to go on vacation. So I don't know if I'll be able to do the one in June. But Nick applied for a handgun permit in New Jersey, about to buy the M&P 10 millimeter. Nice. I went to the local shop today and I saw they had the Springfield Hellcat, or no, the Springfield XDM Elite in 10 millimeter, and it was nice. The 3.8-inch barrel, and but my pinky, my hands are pretty decent size, and my pinky didn't have anything to hold on to, and not really a fan. Near White Springs. I don't know where White Springs is. I'll have to look that up real fast. Okay. All right. I think I drove close to there um, on my way to the Panhandle. But yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize that that story made national news. I mean, it should, because it should exploit people's stupidity. But Nutty ate too much pie. I hear you. I definitely indulged in a lot of the meats. I had the meat sweats every now and then, and definitely ate too much stuff. But that's it. So, if anybody saw my last video yesterday where I went over all the gear for the Patriot games, I'm going to be building a new rifle. I kind of alluded to it in one of the ammo videos, and the reason why I'm building a new rifle is because the one that I used for the Patriot games was something I built before the Patriot games, and it just didn't. It worked well, but we are not allowed to have a linear comp on the rifle. And with handguard being 12 inches and then the comp extending just about half inch beyond that, I was having to switch everything left and right, and I don't want to do that anymore. So I'm building a dedicated rifle for Patriot games for competition, and I think it's going to be pretty good. Mostly Ballistic Advantage furniture and barrel. I bought an upper from Ballistic Advantage for 30% off, and then another 10% off. And I ordered from Ballistic Advantage. I ordered something from Aero Precision. I ordered from AR Safe Space, AR-15, no, Joe Bob, Palmetto State Armory, and Primary Arms. And the thing that usually shipped the fastest was Ballistic Advantage, and that's the only thing that hasn't shipped yet. So I'm kind of bummed about that. I'm hoping to have that rifle built by the time I have my Achilles Tactical class on 19 or the 9th. Oh, prime rib, ham, and pies. Yep, we had prime rib too, and we had seasoned pork from Costco. It's probably my favorite thing from Costco. Beef Wellington. That sounds really good. I've been wanting to make beef Wellington for a long time. Maybe I'll do it sooner rather than later. 17-pound prime rib roast. I think ours was 10.5 pounds, and we probably had a good 5 pounds left over because the people we had over aren't big eaters. Some of it went to waste. Oh, nice. Somebody gave you a deer. That's pretty cool. I'm just figuring out how this chat works. So I don't know. We'll get it. Oh, hey, yeah, free shipping at True Shot. That's one of the things that people comment back to me about it, not being worth it, is because they don't have free shipping, and I can totally understand that. So like when I buy stuff online, like I buy from Norma, and Norma has free shipping on an order over than $150, and that's what I look for. I want to buy those Federal punches online, but when you pay the $10 for them, however many you buy, then you have to pay shipping on top of it. It kind of makes it not worth it. So I'm with you on that one, Carlito, with the free shipping. That is definitely needed. So you like the hunting video, Neil? Yeah, that was fun. That was kind of spur of the moment thing. I'd been talking to that guy. He lives up in the Tampa area, and they go to different properties. And there's a big problem down here in Florida with coyotes and hog mainly. I mean, the hogs are all over the place. I know what's that woman's name over? I forget her name, but she has a YouTube channel over on the East Coast, and she would go hog hunting. And my father-in-law had gone hog hunting with my nephew here in Florida, but what they did was they kind of have all the hog in a pen, and that's not really hunting. And my friend Sean, he texted me and he said, hunting with thermals and suppressors isn't really hunting. But, I only shot 5 rounds that whole night. It was 2 at one of the coyotes that kind of ran into the brush, the one that I'm pretty sure I hit, and then 3 for a coyote that was kind of running away and we didn't hit. So I only shot 5 rounds in like 4 hours that I was out there. So it was cool, and I don't think I wore out my welcome, and I think he's going to be inviting me back. So that's going to be seeing any 357 Magnum. I see it every now and then at Bass Pro. Now I live in Naples, and the Bass Pro is in Fort Myers or Estero, depending on how you think about it or what the map says. And there's another shop in Cape Coral. Cape Coral is like an hour away from me. So I usually only go to that shop when I'm at work because it's halfway between. And they usually have 357 and they have some of those oddball characters that you just don't find at Bass Pro and Royal Canin and stuff like that. But it's kind of expensive. I think I put it in one of the videos, and I want to say it was like 30 dollars for 20 rounds of self defense 357 Magnum. So I definitely see it every now and then, but it's not something that's on the shelves pretty regularly. There was I went to Bass Pro this morning, and there was 300 PRC. That is a really, really cool round. So I might lose you here. It says my connection is unstable. No, I have not shot any iguanas with air rifles. Honest to God, I don't think I've really seen an iguana in my neighborhood or anything. I I don't think I've ever seen them. We've had bear in the neighborhood. It's actually walked right down this window, and we've had a coyote in here. There's a bunch of deer that live in the preserve right on the other side of the development, but no iguanas. Bass Pro, a few minutes away, is dangerous. Yes, Bass Pro too close is very, very dangerous. So, like with Christmas happening on Saturday and a lot of the shops being closed on Friday or closing early, and then Sunday, and I was off this week. I had a huge honeydew list, and I went to Bass Pro on the way to go uh, hunting just to pick up that 223, the Varmint Express. But other than that, I mean, I went a couple of times and there just was nothing that I really needed to buy. So I figured I'm not going to make a 5-minute ammo video because that would just kind of suck. It's not really what I want to do. So I figured I'd just come on here and do a live and kind of talk to you guys because the comments, that video that I made like 9 months ago with the 5 things that you buy before they get banned, which hindsight's 2020, nothing got banned, but they're trying. But I still get a ton of views from that video and a ton of comments. So comments on newer videos sometimes get lost in the shuffle. So if I don't respond to your comment, I try and go back to the videos and just go through each video and do the comments. But sometimes I'm busy. I work 50 hours a week at the hospital, so sometimes it's just. Oh, let's see. 44 Magnum at Bass Pro, but no 357. Yeah, I definitely see 38 Special and 357 Magnum more than I see 44 Mag. 357 Magnum in Jersey goes for 56 for a box of 50. That's pretty high. Yeah, well, when it gets cold up here in this area, the iguanas, since they're warm blooded, they'll freeze and they'll say, "Watch out for falling iguanas out of the trees." I've never seen it though. Thinking about getting a lever action and deciding on a 357 or a 44 mag. What's better? I just heard that they are everywhere. Um, so there's Ohio Gentleman Arms, and they just got a Henry 357, and that's pretty cool. So 357, you can shoot 38 special through. Also, I've never done it. It's just what I've heard. Um, I plan to get both. I think that you're probably better off getting a 357 Magnum because I think that that ammo is definitely more prevalent if you want to shoot it more. I've only seen 44 mag around a couple of times. I saw Vista is upping prices again. Yeah, I just saw something that the price of cans. So the CEO of Goya Foods said that the price of cans, which is aluminum, is going up like 60%. So I really don't foresee anything really getting down to where it used to be. I told my neighbor what I used to pay for ammo, and because he just got back into shooting after. Remember that video that I made a couple of months ago about the knock on the door at 3 a.m. Well, that freaked him out, and he's now all about getting protection for his family and just practicing. But I told him what I used to pay for ammo, and he was kind of shocked. Yeah, Nutty, that Herder's 100 pack for $32.99. I mean, some people get lucky and they're able to find their local shops have 9mm for $15 still. I don't. It's just not here in this area. So anytime I see those Herders for $32.99, I'll swoop up a couple. I'm looking at 4 in my closet right now. It's just the best deal in town that I can get my hands on. Yeah, Nick, I lived in New York and I wasn't into shooting when I lived in New York, but the whole tri-state area just sucks. It's just born and raised in New York. It's just a good place to be from. God, I'll never go back. My daughter just said she wants to go to New York for her 13th birthday, which is in 3 years. Not if they have all their stuff going on still. It's just not worth it to go there. Plus, the crime is insane. When the people break out their socks, it's cold in Florida. Yeah. Well, if the temperature dips below 70, you'll see a lot of people in light jackets and sweatshirts, myself included. I guess I lost my cold blood or my tolerance for the cold. Been here in Florida since 2013. I moved down here for graduate school. When it gets into the 50s, it's definitely chilly because the air is so wet and it just feels colder. Crystal, new to the 2A community as of October. Welcome. Do you have any questions? It can be overwhelming at the beginning. So many different things. Did you buy your first firearm? Let me know. Nutty's about to pick up a 6-inch Taurus 357. It's definitely one of those calibers I want to jump into, and I think as this YouTube thing evolves overall, that I'll start getting more. Um, I'm kind of hitting a wall here, and it's not anything bad. I am still donating all of my YouTube money, which I'm going to find out today's December 30th. I usually find out around the 10th of the month what my check for YouTube will be, and I usually get paid on the 21st or so. All that money is going to Rescue 22 Foundation. If you haven't heard of it, it's a foundation that trains service dogs for wounded veterans, and they do it not for profit. I think they said something like 90 some percent or 90 cents on the dollar goes to training the dogs and stuff like that. And it's just such a great foundation. I saw John Devine and Byron. They were at the Patriot games. John was at both Patriot games. Byron was at the one in December. And Coastline Canine, which is a training facility down here in Florida, they do an amazing job with their dogs. It's just why anybody would run from a canine dog is beyond me. Because watching them get on those bite suits is absolutely incredible. Oh, let's see. Bought hers last year for 29 cents a round at Cabela's. Yeah. So in February of 2020, right before everything happened, Bass Pro had those 500 round packs of herders for $80, and that's 16 cents a round, and that's a damn good price. And we're not going to see that price for a very, very long time ever. So let's see. Neil, where are you at? Minus 15 tomorrow? I'm jealous. I would love some minus 15 degree weather. Norma, if you're going to buy online, Norma is the place to go. Their shipping is fast, although right now they're closed for the holidays. I think they're opening back up January 3rd or whatever. But anything over $1.50 order, it's free shipping. You just can't beat that. Raw materials continue to rise. Yeah, that's just what's going to happen. The aluminum prices are up, and all the raw material the prices are up. So it's just not going to get any cheaper. So buy what you can. Set your maxes. If you set your max and don't go over it, you'll feel better about yourself. Now, of course, there's the I don't want to pay over 40 cents for Target 9, but if I see I got some Sig hollow points today, and it was $17 for 20 rounds. So anything less than $1 for a hollow point, that's a pretty good deal, depending on how specific the round is. So Manuel says, "Do AKs interest you? Would you be getting one in the future?" Yeah, it's something that interests me. My neighbor actually offered to sell me one, and I stupidly did not do it. It was a smoking deal. It was a Century Arms AK, and I was just like, I just don't want to buy it from him. So I passed, and next day he made me an offer, and I said, or no, the next day when I had second thoughts, I was like, "Oh, let me know." And he's like, "I already sold it." Well, whoever did got a smoking deal. He's selling a Century Arms AK, I think it was Savage Arms 30-06, and then a Winchester 12 gauge shotgun. Smoking deal, and that's stupidly said no, but it is what it is. Bio ammo in advance would suck to buy a new 357 and not have anything to it. Yeah, I I made a video on that probably back in April or May, and it was buying ammo for the calibers you don't have, and I caught a lot of flack for it, but I think it's a great idea because I bought all this 308 and I finally built my 308, so I had ammo to take it out to the range, and I got a bunch of 6.5 Creedmoor for when I finally finished that one, and let's see, I wound up buying a box of 450 Bushmaster because I wanted to build a 450 Bushmaster, but that's probably going to sit in the closet for a long time. 10 millimeter, I got probably 1,000 rounds of 10 millimeter. I know Smash Time goes through 10 millimeter like it's water on a hot day, but he loves his 10 millimeter. I'm just waiting for Aero Precision to drop their EPC 10. I'm really looking forward to that. And 45, I got a bunch of 45. My father-in-law has a Sig Sauer 1911 that I really just want to borrow from him and take to the range, but I just haven't done it yet. Let's see. My wife and I both got our first handguns this year, learning a lot, and about to join a gun club. Join a gun club. Get somewhere with a membership where it's economical to go shoot. So the range that I belong to, it's $80, or no, it's $80 a month, and carbine and pistol bays. I have access to 12 bays. There are 7 that are handgun, 2 that are 50-yard carbine bays, and then 3 that are 100-yard carbine bays. And you can make 1 reservation a week, and then if there's any open time after that, you can go. And it's so awesome. It's so economical because my local range, the indoor range, it's $19 for 1 hour, and you're limited to 15 yards. The pistol bays that I go to, they're 25 yards, and it's my bay. I can do whatever I want there that's safe. So it's steel. You guys have been watching my videos, and just hearing that steel, that the bullets on steel, it's such a satisfying sound, especially when you hit them over and over and over again. Bing, 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 bing. So, now let's see. Gotten a few since and a concealed carry license. Good for you. Yeah, it's having a concealed carry license is key these days. I bought my wife some mace because there were, she likes to go to, those stores like Hobby Lobby and Michael's and whatnot. And there are people hanging out in the parking lots. And they're trying to coerce, trying to rob, these women that are by themselves. It's just a sick world that we live in nowadays. And, but when I took my CCW class, the main thing was you better have a damn good reason to pull that trigger. It's a whole different ballgame once you pull it out. And if somebody's breaking into your car and you're not in your car, you can't do anything with the firearm about it. But mace, you could feel threatened. Mace is a totally different ballgame. If you not sure about your handgun, get some mace. Nice, Nick. 6 already. Pretty good. Pretty good. All right. So I got a question for everybody. Since Nick says he's got 6, what's your favorite? Do you like handguns, rifles, shotguns? What's your favorite? Let me know. We'll get a little poll going. Dwayne was in North Carolina for Christmas, ran across small rifle primers, picked up 1,000. Nice. Yeah. So I'm going to be getting into reloading. There's a guy who his name's John, and he's been emailing me. Said he's been reloading for like 40 something years. So he's going to make some suggestions for me. Really like to learn from people who have been doing this for a long time because I am very green and I really don't know much. So just adding it to the list. Fargo, North Dakota. Woo! That is one place that I would like to visit. I want to visit Fargo, and for whatever reason, I want to go to Barrow, Alaska. Barrow, Alaska is the northernmost city in Alaska. Pretty darn cool. Fargo. I remember watching the Weather Channel back in the days, watching those wind chills get minus 60s. When we used to watch the Weather Channel. So let's get kind of backed up here. Herder seems pretty good. It's made by Winchester plant. Yep. Yeah, I haven't had any issues. Actually, I did have an issue today. I went to the range and I had a primer kind of did not fire the projectile. And it was somebody else shooting. I won't say who it was. My wife will get mad. And we stopped. I heard, it's when you shoot more and more, you get to know the different sounds and the different feelings and whatnot. Like you can feel when the slide's back, you can feel when your bolt is back. This sounded like a snap, like one of those snap caps that you used to fire when you were a kid. And I said, stop. We, remove the source of feed, put the slide back, and pulled out the round. And the primer didn't get the projectile out. So, and then I disassembled the slide and I pulled the barrel out to make sure that there was nothing in the barrel. But if you're shooting and something does not seem right, just stop and examine. The more you shoot, the more you get to know these feelings. It's like when you drive your car for 100,000 miles, you kind of know every in and out, every sound that it makes and whatnot. Aluminum 9 for $16.49. Brass is $17.99. Yeah, that's a pretty good price. Let's see. Rural King had Blazer aluminum for $18.99, and the Blazer aluminum at Bass Pro is usually $16.99. There's 300 the first year, and then it goes down to 100 per year for the family, open all year. That's a pretty good deal. What type of bays? How far can you shoot? Is it a bunch of people, or do you kind of get your own bay and you can walk down, put your own targets up? Constitutional carry here, but still a good idea to have one. Yep. Do I hunt, and what's my hunting cartridge? So hunting is something that I've wanted to do for a while now, especially that I've gotten more into firearms. When we went hunting for coyote and hog the other night, I used the guys. So I can consider him a buddy now because he drove me around and whatnot. We used suppressed 5.56 or 223. I went and got 55 grain Varmint Express. It's in the and that's what we were going to use, or it was Barnes 70 grain. I built a 308 and I'm building a 6.5 Creedmoor, and definitely going to use the 308 more for hunting because I mean the 6.5 Creedmoor is great, but I've heard people think that it's a really really great caliber for hunting, but the terminal ballistics when you get past the range of like 308, they're not very good, and it's kind of a misconception. And doing that, I'm not going to shoot anything at 600 yards. I'm not going to shoot anything at 800 yards. I probably can't even hit the target at that far. So the hunting caliber that I'm going to use is going to be probably 308 for like deer and elk and stuff like that. If I start to do that, but for hog and for um, coyote and stuff like that, that I'm going to be doing down here, it'll probably be 5.56 and 223. Yeah. So slide. That's why I want to do it too. You know, getting some of these, the hunting rounds and whatnot. Not necessarily nine because I don't. People have said that you really can't reload nine and 223 very ineffective and cost inexpensively, and but it's more for like 300 blackout and some of those 30 caliber and up rounds. Maybe some of the higher end handguns like 357 Magnum and 44 Magnum, stuff like that, 45 long Colt, stuff like that. But again, it's something that's very, very new to me. I'm very green, and I don't know a lot about it. So I do want to learn more about the reloading because I think it'd be a fun thing to do, and especially for those, rifle calibers, 243, 270, whatever I decide to build. I was lucky enough to let's see, handguns, rifle. Ryan says handguns. Ryan says rifle. It's just easier. Handguns, rifles and shotguns. Rifle and shotgun. I like them all, but I have to wait. My 357. I really like shooting my Remington 870. Shotgun. New sub. Watching from Imperial County, California. Large Farva. Oh man. Oh, God, I love Super Troopers. That is such a funny. What's the name of that restaurant with all the goofy shit? Shotguns are so versatile. Yeah, so I bought that Rock Island Armory shotgun for $129, and that thing is a lot of fun. I shot a lot of rounds through it, and I like shooting the buckshot. Buckshot is pretty cool, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. But I still don't have anything to shoot those 3.5 inch. What were they? It was 3.5 inch triple op buck. Rented mule. 12 gauge slugs and buckshots. I was lucky enough to learn on YouTube when I started reloading. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do too. I know there's some great reloading channels on there, and it's going to be a nice little endeavor. But like I said, I'm building a new rifle right now, and that's. I know my wife is watching right now. I think she's still watching. She was watching my video where I said I was going to build a new rifle, and she didn't say anything. So I was really expecting this. Maybe she said 8 miles north of the U.S. Mexico border. Wild, wild west. I can only. We are surrounded by water on three sides, but I saw a news clip over on the East Coast where a migrant boat just pulled up ashore and like 100 people got off. You know what? That's a whole different Oh, YouTube banned reloading. Huh. That's very interesting. I will. I really hate YouTube sometimes because I don't know why. It's a hobby, and shooting is a sport, and I don't know why. There are Alec Baldwin has killed more people than everybody in this chat. So I don't understand why YouTube does it. My preference with handguns are 1911s. I do have two polymer pistols, although my pistols are Springfield Armory, not my my first handgun that I bought was a Springfield Armory 4-inch barrel. I was being that I am wrong-handed. Um, I was so fixated on having a magazine release for my left thumb that I totally did not even know about slide release on the right side of the handgun so that I could hit it with my thumb. So doing that was really awkward. And then I bought my first SIG, and I love SIGs. Just the angle of the handgun, and it fits my hand so perfectly. Got 3 SIGs now, and always looking to add more. I want to get a 365 for some carry in summer when it's like 95 degrees, and just something that's a little bit lighter overall. Let's see. Hope you have a good new year. Gonna pop fireworks and shoot night under not. I used night vision for the first time the other night, and it is amazing, amazing technology. Richard, have a great time. You gonna shoot anything, or are you just going to have fun? Man, nods are so cool. Night vision's so cool. Thermal was cool, but night vision is so freaking cool. Notch is pretty decent on shipping. Doesn't go up for box like most people do. Yeah, I haven't ordered anything. I actually have not ordered anything from them. I was looking at them during the ammo craze like earlier in the year, but um, I I never ordered anything from them because nothing was in stock. Impossible to get a CCW in my county. I may or may not carry with standard capacity mags, not the common 10 rounders. Good job, Large Pharma. So they stopped reloading. Yeah, I know. I'm sure a lot of 2A people are going over to Rumble and those other platforms. I just, like I said, I don't understand why YouTube has such an anti 2A stance when they let so much other nonsense go on this platform. But I have thought about going over to Rumble. I have been definitely uploading a lot lately, and it's kind of taken my time away from exploring that avenue. But it is something that I am thinking about doing in the next year. 1911, man. I heard Springfield supported some anti-2A. Huh. Interesting. It's amazing how a gun company would support anti-2A. That just doesn't make sense. That's shooting yourself in the foot with your own product. Did they shoot themselves in their foot with a Springfield Armory, or did they use a block? I actually have never fired in 1911. Really, we were in the local shop today, and I took my son, and we were looking at the Nighthawks. And he's like, "Why is that one $6,000?" It is a piece of art. The range has a 200-yard rifle, 3 handgun sections with 6 bays, skeet shooting. They also have police training section, all outdoors. That's pretty awesome. That sounds like a good deal. $300 for the year, and then $100 after. That's a good deal. I hope you make the most out of that. Mossberg 500. Yeah, I want to get a Mossberg eventually. When I took that sheepdog response class, and I know I said I meant to make a video on that, and man, the time just got away from me, and now I don't even remember half the stuff that we did. But one of the things that I do remember is they told me to get a ambidextrous mag release for my rifles because it'll make things so much easier. When they're talking about doing those tac mag reloads and just your hand position and whatnot, it just doesn't work for a lefty because I have to hit the mag release with my thumb. So I have to grab the magazine first, and they're just right-handers have it so easy. Any left-handers in here? Let me know. Let's see. Triple up buck is 9.14 millimeter pellets. Yes, they are freaking huge. Sound is cutting in and out. That's no good. Rock Island is a Philippine company. I did not know that. Yeah, I'm on Instagram. So at the bottom of every description of every video that I have, my Instagram is down there. Usually, I post. I do like to cook, so I do post some of the things that I cook, and I do post a lot of other things. Shot steel plates out. FN 509. FN's nice. I want to get an FNX 45. Slide. I know exactly what you're talking about, but luckily, the YouTube has become somewhat profitable, and with the the links that I provide and whatnot, I know Alaskan Ballistics sent me an email today, said that the links, having a link to a company in your description can cause bad things to happen. I don't know. I've been putting them in there for so long that I trust what he says, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I love my SIGs. I love my SIGs. So what I was saying was, the channels become profitable, and the more revenue I get, the more I can invest in the channel. I got some coming out on New Year's Day. It's gonna be fun. Nice little addition to the collection, and something I wanted to get for a while. I finally pulled the trigger. Yep, Armscore is part of Rock Island. I did know that. YouTube gun community needs support other platforms since this one doesn't support them. That's true. And a lot of people have moved over to Rumble and MeWe and stuff like that. It's only a matter of time before more people go. Hey, Randy, 21st, your son turned 21. Congratulations. I hope he had his first drink tonight. Watch a few of your steel plate vids with the SIGs. Wanted to say that I would be interested to see you try a CZ75 for comparison and see if you have automatic improvements. Challenge accepted. If I can get my hands on a CZ, I'll do it. Sweet. Thanks, Dwayne. I'm right-handed and right-eye dominant. I think if I was left-handed, I would probably still try to shoot right-handed, especially if I was a new shooter. I agree with you on that one because I found out that I am right-eye dominant, even though I shoot left-handed. So when I shoot a pistol, I got to bring it over to my right eye, which is annoying. Then when I shoot a rifle with a red dot, I use my left eye. So when I was doing that man card drill and doing that last transition where you go low ready up with the rifle and one shot on target at 25 yards and then drop it and draw your pistol. So I'm left eye with the rifle and then right eye with the hand. That's so annoying, but I can't really change my eyes. No, Richard, it's not weird. I do try and shoot with my right hand some. You never know when your primary arm goes down. I remember. Does anybody remember the show Rescue 911? Long time ago, and there was one episode that stuck out at me and always it left a lasting impression. Somebody's arm, their dominant arm, got chopped off. They had to learn everything again with their non-dominant arm, and I was like, oh man, what would happen if I lost my left arm? So I can write with my right hand. I could do a lot of things with my right hand, but just not great. Right-handed, but shoot handguns better left-handed. Yeah, isn't it so weird how stuff happens like that? You just like, I'm left-handed, but I throw a ball righty, I golf righty. Bowl lefty. It's just mind-boggling how just off it is. Happy New Year, right eye, right-handed, left eye dominant. Nutty was the late one. I was 43. So, yeah. So, did anybody get anything firearm related for Christmas? I mean, I got that flag. That flag is amazing from Buffalo Reclaimed Flag Company. It was pretty awesome gift. And this picture here from the Patriot games, that one's pretty cool as well. My wife did an awesome job with the presents. So, anything else? Anything else anybody wants to talk about? I feel like I'm doing all the talking. Oh, that's annoying. Man, the supply chain issues are annoying. Oh yeah, Ryan, you got the Tika. I saw you, and I will take you up on that offer for the 4570 if when I see you again. I went looking for that. I went looking for 4570 at Bass Pro today, but I didn't see any. So. Yeah, when was I? I was in Walmart the other day, and they had the 3030 again. It's so weird, and that was the only thing on the shelf. 3030. P320 M17 with a Wilson Combat grip with tungsten inserts. I am impressed. That is an awesome gift. But the gas pedal wouldn't work for me because I'm right-handed, so my thumbs are on the right side. Yeah, it is what it is. Romeo 5 from my father-in-law. I like your name. BT Hertz. I'm buying myself a 357, just haven't done it yet. I got 100 rounds of 9mm and a 3-foot tall zombie clown target that bleeds. I didn't know Garand Thumb was in my channel. Did you see his video where he did all the 9mm self-defense rounds on that torso? That was a pretty cool video. And I've been carrying Spear Gold Dot. I do know that they made a left-handed version of the gas pedal. Maybe I should get it. That would help me get my hands in the position better. But yeah, the that Grand Thumb video was pretty good. Watching that Full Metal Jacket 9mm just go straight through that torso was really eye opening as to the importance of having hollow points, having self defense rounds. Because when you are in a situation like this, if you are having to use your firearm in your house, you do not want penetration. Aero Precision strip blower for Christmas gift to myself. Contemplating what to finish it off as. Thinking about 300 blackout. Yep, I've got a builder set from January of this year, and it was the bronze Cerakote, and I didn't like it initially, but it grew on me, and I'm going to build that out as a 10-inch 300 blackout pistol as well. 300 blackout is definitely an awesome caliber, especially if it's suppressed. I shot my brother-in-law's suppressed 300 blackout. I mean, there's like no recoil whatsoever. So definitely an awesome caliber to have. Let's see. Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that. Do I train for grip strength, and do you think it plays a huge role in recoil controllability? I don't get those old things that your dad had, where you just squeezed it. It was the steel bar that was wrapped up, and you just squeezed it. But gripping things, like I have that 80-pound sandbag that I made. There's no handles on it, so I have to like grip it. But definitely having bigger hands definitely helps control some of that recoil. But yeah, I mean, grip strength will help with managing your recoil. But again, you don't want to squeeze it so much, because that will mess up your follow through as well. I've not used the Captains of Crush hand grippers, but I did pick something up in Target the other day just to mess around, and it was adjustable to 90 pounds, and I think I got it to about 70 pounds, and then it was just not working very well. Later, Dwayne, pleasure talking to you. You're always in the comments. I appreciate all the comments that you leave. But yeah, definitely, you know, Patriot games are amazing, and they've got 4 dates coming up. February is in Palm Bay, and then April is in Virginia. Really, really looking forward to trying to get to Virginia. I've already got the weekend off, so I just need to finalize some of the details. May is back down here in Florida, so that's going to be shouldn't be too hot yet. But then June is going to be up in the Panhandle, and it's definitely going to be hot and humid, and it's definitely going to be a lot wetter than it is now. So I'm really looking forward to competing in the Patriot Games again. Just the community is awesome. The 2A community, it's you see those guys and gals, you just pick up right where you left off at the last games, and just really awesome. Civil Defense 9mm by Liberty Ammunition is supposed to be a good round for low penetration, great wound channel. Yeah, I have not seen any civil defense by Liberty. I have not seen that in any other place that I go to down here. I just haven't. I don't think I've seen that at all. It's usually critical defense and Ammo Inc. and SIG. Those are pretty much the ones that dominate the shelves down here. I can close 140-pound grippers so far, hoping to get to 200 pounds. Well, I guess I'll have to see if I can get to 100. I'll have to find something. I'll have to see if we can get that far. So, what are the advantages of a 300 blackout over a 5.56? Well, 300 blackout, especially when you get over 200 grain rounds, the round weight, projectile weight, it fires subsonically. So speed of sound is like 1150, 1135 feet per second. And most subsonic rounds are rough. So they don't break the sound barrier. They don't have that loud boom. And the 300 blackout is a 30 caliber round. It's 30 caliber projectile. So it's wider than the 5.56. 5.56, you fire a 5.56, it's usually traveling upwards of like 2,500 feet per second, 3,000 feet per second. Same with 223. Now, when you get the 300 blackout, 200 grains, they're traveling considerably slower, but they have a lot more energy. So it's a great round. It's the round that I keep in my truck gun. So it's definitely a good round for hunting, doing some damage. Whereas it's going to get in there and it's going to expand versus going right through. What part of Texas am I from? I am from Florida. Right now, I'm in Florida, southwest Florida. How far north does the Patriot Games go? In April, they're going to be in Virginia. That's all that they released so far. That's the furthest north. They said that they have ranges that want to host the Patriot Games. I think one was up in Michigan, but Anthony said that would be a little bit far for him and the Patriot Games crew to travel. It might happen. I'm not sure, but for right now, I think they're trying to keep it in the southeast region. Hay hunting and stuff with J&J. In my heyday, I can get 175 pounds. Nice. Santa Workshop said the Henry 410X is on back order, and 3030 is like finding gold around here. Yep. It's I really like the Henrys, and they've got a Henry. I really want to get the 17 and then the 22, and then start getting into some of those hunting rifle caliber ones. Ryan is a guy around here in Florida, and he been at Rural King, and I saw him at Bass Pro the other day, and he's going to let me shoot his 4570. I've been wanting to shoot the 4570 for a very long time. Ever since I learned that Chris Pratt used a Marlin 1895 Chamberlain 4570 to shoot the T-Rexes in Jurassic World, I have wanted a 4570. Yep. Nutty, you're correct. 300 blackout will hit a lot harder than a 5.56. Yep, and Ruger is making the Marlins now. Very excited about that. Marlin, really cool company, and glad to see that their name is live on. They make some beautiful, beautiful lever actions. Thanks, Richard. Happy New Year to you too. And I hope I do get some nods. I mean, I was looking at a 3D print nods. I mean, that's pretty darn cool. So, anything else? I know Smash has got a live coming up in 5 minutes. I didn't really want to go on into his. I didn't want to cut into his time, but anybody else have anything anything to say? It was good chatting with everybody. It's 9 o'clock here on the East Coast. I know a couple people a little earlier in the day, but I do plan on improving my setup. I know that the camera is grainy and the sound might not be great. I am working on getting this into a whole studio setup with better lighting so that my bald head is not shining. Hopefully nobody is blinded. But yeah, this is the first live that I've done by myself. You know, I don't I don't know how often I'm going to do it, but definitely going to come on here again. I just don't know, maybe in a couple of weeks. But yeah, I think I'm going to sign off here. It's getting a little slow, but I hope to see you in the comment section in a lot of the videos. And thank you everybody for subscribing and just coming on and chatting. And Travis, I will for sure do a video on the 4570. You can bet your bottom dollar. But yeah, so I enjoyed talking to everybody. I hope you have a wonderful new year. Don't do anything stupid. Don't put your arm into a tiger enclosure. Please, please, please. I would hate to have to shoot you instead of the tiger. All right, guys. We'll see you the next time, okay?